Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Phil, and today I want to talk to you about a short film that I was the writer, director, cinematographer, and video editor for. It was a 48-hour film festival, and the short film is called Jordan's Time Travel Adventure. It got nominated for Best Cinematography and Best Comedy, and in today's video, I want to go through the process of what it was like doing a 48-hour film festival, as well as some advice that I have to anybody either entering a 48-hour film festival or looking to just do a short film. I think the advice kind of carries on throughout, no matter which one you're doing, if it's traditional or timed. So yeah, let's get right into it. Honestly, if you guys pause this video and watch the short film, it's again less than 3 minutes and come back. This might make more sense in context. So just some advice. I'll have everything in the description. The video will be down there so you can easily find it. Watch it in 4K if you can. So what did I actually do to shoot the film with? Because I'm sure some of you will want to know. So it was shot on the full frame Blackmagic 6K, the L mount version that came out a few months ago. And we had the Panasonic Prime lenses. So we had an 85mm, a 50mm, a 35mm, and the 18mm. So we just rotated between them. They're all f1.8. They all weigh the same. They were great. Fantastic results. I'm actually shooting on the 18mm right now. And fully edited in DaVinci Resolve, yeah, and color graded. So that's the technical side of things. So the first thing that happened was the actual process itself of writing the film. The people running the film festival sent over a prompt that everyone had to follow who was entering in the film festival. So the first thing was a line. So the film had to have the line, "You did what?"
You did what?
And the second thing was the actual context of it. So it had to do with something involving second chances. I won't spoil anything again. I really hope you guys just check out the video. But on the screen, you are going to see some behind-the-scenes photos and B-roll from shooting it to kind of give you an idea of what the actual process was like behind the scenes. So after writing the actual script, we had to start planning, and my cousin, who attends the school that was hosting it, came down from New York for the shooting. The issue that I ran into, so the number one piece of advice that I'm going to have to give everybody here is prepare for the worst. My cousin came down, and he was the lead actor in the film, and he had lost his voice from a singing lesson. So we were supposed to shoot on a Saturday. He came down Friday night. I had to scramble to basically, one, try to get him to heal his voice, but two, actually prepare for a Sunday shoot instead. So that involved finding additional people to help out on set. Advice number two would be to fully take advantage of your time. And that sounds like common sense, but in reality, like this example of losing Saturday for shooting the actual film, I used Saturday instead to do additional prep work so that Sunday could fly across much smoother. So whether it came to rigging out the camera, rehearsing lines with him, getting the equipment into the shooting location, etc. Instead of just, oh, we couldn't shoot today, I'm just going to take the day off. Thinking of ways creatively where you can take advantage of the lost time to actually end up making the shoot date itself a lot easier. So that's what I did to the best of my ability. And yeah, we were able to fortunately shoot on Sunday. So the actual shooting date happens, which is that Sunday. I had an entire day to shoot it, and then it was due on Monday, so the editing and all the visual effects and stuff. The first thing we did was the interior shots. You're going to see some photos on the screen. I think some video as well. I honestly don't remember what I'd taken, but something will pop up to kind of show you what that was like. The second shot, which took place later at night, we had to do it inside of a car. And basically, this was supposed to be the actual date itself, that scene. And with that, you have limited lighting options, especially because it was actually raining. So I parked the car in a spot where we had streetlights. And because of the windshield in the front and the rain and stuff, plus just the body heat of everybody in the car, it was my cousin, one of the actresses, Kate, and then me and my buddy Anthony were the ones who were doing the actual like shooting. So he had the shotgun mic and I was on the camera. So it was four of us crammed in a car. So because of the heat of all those people in the car, the cold weather outside, and that street light, we got what looked like a really well diffused light coming from the windshield.
I agree, and the movie was just
You're
amazing.
my little cabbage.
What?
So the third piece of advice I'd have for you guys is to pack everything. Not literally everything you own, but if you think that there's even a small chance you might need something, bring it. Because this was a scenario where it was raining. I didn't want to go back and forth between the shooting location and my house. So I had these right here. These are these mini, you can kind of see it there. These mini little lights from Lume Cube. Not a sponsor, by the way, just equipment that I like and I use. So it allows you to control the white balance as well as the actual level of brightness. And they're so small and they're powered by USB-C, so they don't need to be plugged in or anything. So we had a few of these as we were crammed in the back, just using as the main lighting. So we had that as the lights, plus the natural light outside that I mentioned had that natural like diffusion look to it. And that was our setup.
I've done theater before, but I don't like the like when people ask me what I would love to do, I said both. Seriously, both. I'll do Broadway or I'll do like films. I don't care. It's done.
I really like
Of course.
I'm just documenting things.
Hi.
So there's evidence
bro?
of the shit we had to deal with tonight. And then my final piece of advice before the video wraps up is log notes. It's something that, like, although it's common on a professional set, a lot of people who are filmmakers or starting out in short films, I know that I was guilty of this myself starting out, they're not doing it. And when you're editing all day and you have a time limit, or even, again, no time limit, you're just editing something, knowing which takes were good, bad, which takes you might need a little voice thing from, or you know, this one shot, whatever, having that on a piece of paper speeds up the editing process so much. And we had several different takes, bloopers, and, you know, camera was slightly out of focus, the usual stuff. So being able, as the editor, under a timed deadline, to be able to just go through and see specifically, like, what happened and where, it made the editing process that much better. But yeah, the process itself, it was hectic. I spent all day editing it on that Monday. I'm not even kidding. I started at 9, finished at like 10, and sent it over. So yeah, any of you guys looking in 2024 to be doing some short films, to be just creating stuff, especially 48-hour film festivals, they're really fun. Creatively, they're really challenging, and I feel like I learned a lot from, like, the creative mindset of thinking of something when it comes to writing under that tight deadline. It kind of puts pressure on you, not only to get it done, but to really, like, think outside the box. And yeah, I hope that video could was of use to some of you guys. If it was, please leave a like. It really helps with growing the channel and spreading the video around. And consider subscribing. I'm going to be making content with filmmaking tips, how-tos, stuff like that. And if you have any questions or things that you might be wondering, leave it down in the comments below. I'm always open to getting some video ideas. Anyways, guys, yeah, so thanks for watching the video, and I will see you next time. Stay creative.